welcome to our innovative series. And today we are at the Innovation Hub for the Innovation Festival, where different people are showcasing different innovations in different areas. My name is Mercy Alinda, and here with me I have a beautiful lady. I would let her introduce herself.
Praise good everyone. So my name is Atukunda Martha and I am the operations manager at Wall Visual, which is a virtual and augmented reality startup.
Okay, that's really nice. As you've heard, she's working with a visual.
Wall Visual.
Well, if visual, and these guys are dealing in things with of virtual reality. This brings me to, how did you come up with such a creative innovation that fits well in today's generation?
Actually, I wouldn't say we came up with it. It sort of found us in a way that we were curious about it when we saw it on the internet, like how the youth today keep browsing. So we were interested in it because it was mostly a new way of gaming. If you've used, if you've played video games, PS5 and so on and so forth, this is a more immersive way of playing in that you feel like you are in the battlefield yourself. So that is what pulled us initially. But then we saw the very different ways that we could harness this technology to improve various sectors in our country, for example, education, tourism, architecture, and just 3D visualization of various things. So we went with it, we learned how to do it, we got the different apps used to create these technologies, and we did what we called trial and error. So we ended up landing ourselves in a very sweet spot where we could now do what we were doing as a hobby, but in a way transform it for good. So we use these immersive technologies to improve how students learn, how we interact with tourism, how we interact with various things because it's an immersive technology. If you've experienced it,
Yeah.
you might know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah. So this is what we are talking about,
So
right?
this is a virtual reality headset. The particular brand I'm holding is a Pico. Yeah, and then these are the controllers, the ones that help you move in the virtual world. Since it's a virtual world, it's not advisable to move with your feet, like to move how you walk every day. You need to use controllers. These are your hands and legs in the virtual environment. And then for augmented reality, I can show you a demonstration right now, but the easiest example I can give you are the Snapchat filters we use every day. For example, the fake dog ears and cat ears that you get on those filters. Now, if we were to transform that into a classroom setting, we could show you an augmented version of the human anatomy. That way, you're learning something more immersively than we usually did theoretically growing up.
Yeah. Okay, this is a really beautiful innovation, and this brings me to, how do you engage the youth in and out of school with this innovation?
Okay, in school, like I've already talked about, it's used actually. There is a way this technology brings a lot of curiosity. Someone wants to see what is making other people almost fall over. Like it's like a game, but it works for our good. Now
Yeah.
outside school, we engage them in virtual reality games. We engage them in augmented reality games, and
Yeah.
then they can win tokens that they can use to win different prizes. For example, they can win a 1 week training with us, or they can win a tour of various innovation hubs. That way, we are growing their interest in innovation. But we're not doing it directly. We are offering them something that is playful, that will help them in the long run.
Okay. So if we're having like a class of 50 students, like, would you be able to get these I didn't get the name.
Virtual reality headsets.
The virtual reality headsets for them, like each of them, or you handle like a class of 10, 5.
The best thing about this is that you don't have to have a one-to-one ratio when it comes to virtual reality headsets. And various people have various learning curves. So someone can learn something in 1 hour, while their colleague can learn the very same thing in 3 days. So the one that can learn in 1 hour can use this headset. Once they are done, they transfer it to the colleague who can also learn for the next 2 hours, and so on and so forth. So you find that in one day, if you have only 5 virtual reality headsets, around 50 people have used it. That is 10 each. You don't have to make a very big investment when it comes to this, and that's what makes them so. That's what makes them so good. Yeah.
Okay, and talking of that, like the price of the virtual reality headsets, would you recommend a person like me buying it and taking it at home, like for my personal use? Like,
Of
is it
course,
okay?
it's actually the same price as your mobile phone. I think that the cheapest headsets are around 800,000 shillings, and some of you even hold phones worth 1.2 million, 3 million. So, if this is something that is going to help you in the long run, then I don't see why not.
Okay, that's really nice, and I would really look forward to having one. And lastly, uh, do you already have partners you're working with, or
Yes.
some other organizations you'd wish to partner with? To partner with?
Yes, so currently we are partnering with the Innovation Hub, which is actually where we sit. That's where our offices are. And then we are also partnering with Enable to take this education to Hartreach. Actually, we've already taken it to Hoima
Yeah.
and Karimojong in a pilot study. So after that is reviewed, then we can scale all over the country. And then the partners we wish to work with more technical institutes, I would say.
Okay, that's really nice. And as earlier we talked about Reach a Hand, we also work with the youth. We go to them in the different institutions and the different schools, and we get to teach them. We get to engage with them a number of times through outreaches, through events. Yeah, so I think it would be really a good
A good
idea. As
partnership.
yeah,
It
it would
has
really be a
just
good one.
clicked now. Let's keep talking. We shall work out something.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you too.